Right, random question of the day.
Let's have it.
Why is Europe like a frying pan?
I've got no idea.
Because it's got grease at the bottom of it. Oh, not good. Not good. Dex picked up a bit of an injury on the way up. We've come about 25 metres now from just behind that ridge there. Look at that though. Is it worth it or what? Is it worth it? Absolutely beautiful. Even the planes are just a little bit higher than us at this minute. So how do you feel about your injury, Deck?
We better get some likes on this video, Paul.
We better.
Let me tell you. Attacked by a cougar I was. Attacked by a cougar.
Right, so we're about 2/3 of the way up the hill to the crash site now. We're having a little rest. Deck's really tired, as am I.
A big boy like me, we're not made out for this stuff.
So the crash site is just at the top of that ridge there that comes down. We are gonna climb up to that point there, which is probably about 70 metres away, and then we're going to climb up that ridge, going all the way up to the point where the crash site is. Show you exactly where the plane came down.
Right guys, after a long, perilous trek up this mountain, we made it. I'm currently sat on a very dangerous edge. We're at the top after a long, perilous journey from right down. Wait, is that no? There, way off in the distance. I'd say 950 miles away. But yeah, it's no bother to me and Paul, you see. We're fitness gurus. But yeah, we're at the top now. Currently searching for the crash site. Currently skipping like a mountain goat. But yeah, these cliffs, I'll show you now. Look at that. It's just beautiful, isn't it? It's like the Pride Rock out of the Lion King. But anyway, I've currently lost Paul. Oh, found him. We are at Dovestone Reservoir today, the surrounding mountains, investigating crash sites from planes from 1949. Let me tell you, the climb up that hill was tiring. It took us about an hour and 40 minutes to climb up this hill here, from all the way down there at the reservoir. It's not been fun, has it, Deck? It's not been fun at all. So, Deck said, as Deck said earlier in the video, we better get loads of likes for this one. One like for every calorie we've burned, please.
So it appeared to be coming in from that direction there, the Dakota. It was flying in low cloud and it slammed into the hillside just there at that point there in centre screen. So when we were searching and looking for something that could confirm that we were at the correct position where the crash had occurred, we came across this. This small, insignificant rock was the answer to all our questions. We studied the landscape, we searched and searched to ensure that we were in the right place, and this solitary little rock had confirmed what we were looking for. If you have a closer look at it now, you'll see that it has the same shape as the old photograph. It has the same chiseled features along its front as the old photograph, and it's in the same position as the old photograph. The only difference is the ravine has built up a little bit over all those years basically. So let's move on to crash site number 2. This was a B-29 reconnaissance aircraft that crashed in 1948. Let's take a look.
So, as you probably can tell straight away, Deck's not here, neither's Paul. Today you've got raspberry and blueberry. So today we are in Higher Shelfstones, Derbyshire, at a plane crash location. We can see covers a very vast area of land. Blueberry, out of the way! There's wild bunnies. Right, we're recording. Right guys, so we actually made it to the top of the hill, can't believe it. We're absolutely knackered and we got here in the end. So there you can see the wreckage behind us. Hopefully the Windsock 3000 that Deck loves absolutely all together with his life and soul is living up to its name, and the wind is quite low, but anyway, let's get on with it. The wreckage here in the background, we're going to go through that and have a good look at it. It was a 4-engined aircraft called the B-29. It was a reconnaissance aircraft from the World War II era, and they were flying over this hill. Unfortunately they clipped it and catastrophe occurred. Let's have a look. So the wreckage covers just from this point here, where you can see a little memorial and a bit of aluminium below it, all the way across, all the way to over behind these stones, and there's even a bit over here over this little ridge. We're talking an area of maybe 60 to 80 metres of just carnage everywhere. Right, so we've come across a large section of the landing gear here. Look at that axle there. You can see the welds where the welded part of the running gear onto that main axle comes up. You've got a stanchion here which would have been attached directly to the aircraft via all these bolt holes here. Large, what looks like maybe 12mm bolts, 12mm bolts would have been inserted through each of those to attach this to the aircraft. Moving around here, we've got the main hydraulics for the landing gear here. We've got a large pivot with an eye that comes out at the bottom. It's actually rotted through there, look. The rust has actually made its way through this section of steel there. We've got a section of the tyre here. Some of the tyre, the fibres of which are coming through. We've got the main tread of the tyre there, look. This is incredible. Got a large section of aluminium that would have been part of the undercarriage of the aircraft. This here, we reckon, is a radiator that was from the aircraft. Obviously it's detached. It's been heavily damaged from the impact, and all these little fins here would have probably had some kind of a fluid running through them to keep the engines cool. As you can see, parts of it are just coming off in my hand. It's such a shame. So Deck's just been down the hill and he reckons it goes for a good 150 metres actually. Yeah. Spread the wreckage round here is amazing. It's absolutely everywhere. Look, we've got sections here. We've got engines. As I say, it was a 4-engine aircraft. It had 4 engines on it. And here's just one of those engines. There's your prop shaft where the propeller would have come out of the body. Large propellers. I don't know if there would have been 3 or 4 on that. I think there was 4, because we've got one there, one going off into the ground there, and then we've got another one protruding down into the ground there. If you have a look here, Deck, the heat must have been intense. It's literally melted into oblivion. Look at this point here. You can see it's all the pattern of the cast of the aluminium. It's all been distorted from the heat that was generated by the fire. This is an indication of how hot it actually got. So we've come across this bit here. We reckon it might be a fuel tank. Jump on our Instagram, guys, and let us know what you reckon. But you've got a large void in there which has got a big thick covering of rubber. You might be able to just see down there how thick it is. It's a good 1/2 inch thick, that rubber. Got a puncture mark here. Something large went into it at that point, as well as this point here as well. This plane hit the ground hard and it clearly broke up, and as you can see in the distance there, we have parts of the surrounds for the engines and this area. We were just further up the ravine there, going up towards the back. We've just been stood up there about 2 clips ago. Right, so we're at the bottom end of the crash site. That's the final piece of wreckage at the bottom end. All the rest of the stuff's further up the hill there. It looks to us as if the wreckage has been spread well over 100 metres from this point all the way up to the top there. There is stuff absolutely everywhere. So we're going to have one more final scene now at the top of the hill. We'll show you the engines, we'll show you the fuselage, we'll show you the wings.